two things I want you to do. I want you to go to 2016 and instead of thinking of the things that went wrong, I want you to start making a list of all the things that went right. So I noticed in my life, failures are so important. I get it. In fact, my entire life and career has improved because of failures. I learned from my failures, and because of learning from hard knocks and failures, I was able to then learn my lesson and then become better. But you see, learning from a failure didn't take me very long, right? You touch the stove, how long does it take you to realize not to do it again? Pretty fast. So when it came to failing in my life, the failures I had, I learned my lesson very quickly. But you know what, learning your lesson is nice and it's good and you try not to make that failure again. But you know what's better than failing? You ready? Winning. All right? When you win, or when you know you got something right, that gives you self-esteem and self-confidence to what? Win more. It's a great feeling. I mean, last year I had a lot of wins, really good wins, and let me tell you, those wins felt way better than learning from those failures. So let's do this. In 2016, go back and I want you to have a grateful mind and I want you to list out all of your wins, all the things you did right, all the things where you succeeded. And you say, hey, listen, that was a win. Maybe you made your adjustments the way you're supposed to. Maybe you started eating right. Maybe you stopped drinking or you stopped drinking coffee. Listen, little win, big win, it's a win, write it down. And when you look at that, you're gonna be motivated to say, hey, listen, yeah, I might have had a bunch of crap going on last year and I had some ups and downs, but you know what? I won a lot as well. So when you start focusing on the wins, that gets you excited. All right, and then number two, this is what I want you to do. For this entire year, I want you to get a sheet of paper blank and write down your goals, something you want to do a year from now that you would like to do, and write down those goals, a 1-year goal, or even 1 to 5 years, write that down. Then after you write it down, like the ideal scenario, write down your ideal scenario, write it down, and then ask yourself this. Here's my ideal scenario that I wrote down. It could be a 5-year goal, 10-year goal, your ideal scenario, what you would like your life to be like. And then I want you to look at your life right now, how everything is going, and ask yourself, are you on the right path to reach the goals and desires and dreams of your heart? Because this is what I've been finding out. When I ask some of you, or I consult other doctors, I have them write, what's your ideal scenario? What's the goals for your marriage? Goals of this, goals of that, ideal scenario. They write down beautiful scenarios that they're totally worthy, and you're worthy of these things. They're beautiful, they're wonderful, they're exciting, they're motivating, they're inspirational, wonderful goals, right? But then I see they wake up at 4:30 in the morning because they got to drive to work in the city. They stay there 10 or 12 hours a day. They have the fear of losing their job because they're threatened with losing their job every single day. They drive home exhausted by the time they get home, an accident here or there, driving from downtown Houston. They get home at 8:30 at night. They have kids at home. They got to do homework. They're exhausted. They didn't eat well all day, just so they could go home, go to sleep, to wake up and get on the hamster wheel again. And when I started seeing that, it broke my heart because I realized, holy cow, how are you ever going to get ahead? And you know what? You know what their big goal is? They just want to retire. And it's not that you want to retire. In fact, retirement is man-made. It was actually a man-made term in the Industrial Revolution. There's no such thing because all of our retired patients are way busier than we were when they were at work. So you don't retire. But I know what retirement means. It means anything is better than feeling like I'm in prison. Because when you're in that rat race over and over again and you don't take a little bit of time to be able to pursue your future, your goals and your dreams, guess what happens? You wake up one day and you live in regret. So I'm asking you to, even though it might mean that you get a different job for less pay, but it might mean that you start changing your direction, but please start focusing on what is the desires of your heart? What is your ideal situation for you and your family and your marriage? What is the goals and the dreams that God placed in your heart? And I'm asking you to start baby stepping towards those things. So you could say, what I'm doing now is leading me in the direction of that point. But if you could have that wake up call and say, wow, the way my life is now, there's no way I'm gonna hit this, then here's the deal. You live once, you gotta start changing things. And I'll totally help you with it. You just let me know, this is what I do, right? So I want you to be able to be the master of your own destiny. You could do it. And I know it takes hard work, and I know, well, you don't understand my situation. Listen, I know your situation. I've been there myself. I want you to be able to reach your goals, your dreams, your desires, and your ideal life because you're worthy of it. So listen, have an amazing January. All right, we're starting off the new year. Please help friends and family. Start writing those goals. So what are we doing now? We're writing what? I want you to write down the wins. Write down your wins. Email me your wins. Let's celebrate the wins. Then I want you to write down your ideal scenarios, your goals, your dreams, the stuff you have, and then let's start making baby steps to change the direction so you could come closer to reaching that destination down the road. So you can look back at life and knowing that, you can look back at life and see that it was fulfilled. Because Anthony Robbins said something great. He goes, success without fulfillment is the greatest tragedy and the greatest failure. Perfect example is Robin Williams. He made everybody laugh in the world, except he was not fulfilled with happiness, and it led to nothing. So let's lead lives that are successful because they were successful because we had fulfillment by impacting our families and those around us to leave them better than when we first met them. Have an amazing month. I'll see you in the office. This is Dr. Z.